Ready to learn how our students can earn $5, $10, even up to $20,000 a month flipping houses? Click the Academy link for free details.
Hi there, my name's Jaci and I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And about a year ago, I really began to have an urge to start flipping houses and making a lucrative income. I knew a few people who had been flipping properties and I was really interested, but I just didn't really know where to start. I thought about hiring an investment coach and I searched the internet only to find a bunch of hoopla, and it really seemed as though there were a lot of people just selling like gimmicks. I needed to find a program that was legitimate and somebody that I could trust so that I didn't waste my money. I didn't have a lot of it to spare. And that's when I came across Peter's program. And coaching by Peter is so much different than all of the other programs I looked into. First and foremost, when I talked on the phone with Peter, I instantly felt a sense of trust that I hadn't felt anywhere else. In fact, I think out of maybe 10 programs I looked into, only one of them besides Peter got me on the phone. And all he did was try to sell me on things. So I didn't feel comfortable at all. And after I talked to Peter and I found out, how successful he was, he had sold upwards of 3,000 properties, I think it was, including commercial properties. His own business was absolutely thriving. So it was really a no-brainer for me to join the Academy. And I realized how frustrated I was with the amount of trainers there were out there that really were just taking people's money and not teaching them what they should. I didn't like the idea of jetting off to some hotel conference room and leaving my family for a weekend only to learn something that I can, buy in an ebook. So instead I got serious training that I could do at my own pace. And I would just highly suggest this program and the Academy to anyone who is serious about their investment career and really want to take their property investments to the next level. I have learned so much and I will continue to refer Peter's Academy to everyone that's interested. Thank you and have a great day. Thank you, Peter.
Hey, Peter Vekselman. So today I want to talk to you about a topic that whether you're an investor that's wholesaling, whether you're an investor that's buying and holding, whether you're an investor that's buying, fixing, and selling, maybe rezoning, whatever it is, we all face it. And that is this: how to find motivated sellers. That's a buzzword in this industry. Motivated sellers, motivated sellers. There's gurus out there making incredible amount of money discussing motivated sellers in this business. And what happens when we talk about motivated sellers, the mistake most people make is they get into what I call segmentation in this business. So here's what they think: a motivated seller, and then they start thinking of circumstances in life. Like someone who's going through divorce could be a motivated seller. Somebody going into foreclosure could be a motivated seller. Somebody in bankruptcy could be a motivated seller. Maybe somebody that has a job change could be a motivated seller. Maybe a probate, somebody who's inherited a property could be a motivated seller. And again, when you discuss these topics, it's very easy for individuals to fill rooms with potential, real estate people who want to learn how to find deals, and they talk to them about these segmentations to get them to go after these people. My contention and how I've built this whole business here is that motivated sellers, although possibly could be one of those, when you look at statistics all the way across the board, here's what I found to be the number one motivated seller. And that is somebody that is willing to negotiate on the property. So my contention is this: motivation does not necessarily have to do with any of those things. And in grand scheme of things, one of those things is no better than the other thing. And guess what? If there's no life-changing event in someone's life, they're just as likely to be one of those motivated sellers. So if we can't segment, what do? We strictly look for people that are willing to negotiate. Because if someone is willing to negotiate, that right away tells our negotiators, there's some motivation involved there. We don't know what it is. It might not even be a life-altering event. but we look for people that are willing to do some kind of price drops. Because when someone is willing to do some kind of a price drop, that tells us that is somebody that is A, serious about selling the property, and B, does have some motivating factors. We don't even care what they are. So we go to the market in a very broad sense. We'll go after everybody. We go after the probate people. We go after the divorce people. We go after the moving people. Somebody, died. Somebody, job changes. Somebody has to go through an eviction. We go after all of them. But what really and we go after people that have absolutely no life-changing events going on. We go after all those people equally. But what distinguishes motivation, what brings out the right sellers to us, is when somebody is willing to negotiate. Now, so the next question is always, well, what do you mean willing to negotiate? If somebody's asking $100,000 and they're willing to go to $99,900, they've negotiated. No, I don't mean like unreasonably small. In our world, if somebody's willing to do somewhere between a 15 to 20% price drop, that's motivation. Those are the people we focus on. Those are the people we work with. Those are the people we want to concentrate in terms of getting contracts on. Those are the people, and by the way, and you've heard me talk about this, that initial price drop may not be the final price drop. All that tells us they're willing to go down 15, 20, maybe 30%. They maybe go down as the time passes in this contract during the due diligence period and all those. Those are also the most likely people to go even further below, maybe another 5 or 10% during the contract and due diligence period. So my contention is very simple. Don't get bogged down with all the stuff out there in terms of motivated sellers. Go after all of them equally with the exact same things that you're doing. Don't focus on what's happening in their lives. Focusing on getting offers out, focus on getting marketing out, and the way you extract the right sellers out of there is find people that are willing to do some kind of reasonable price drop. Those are the most likely people to sell at a good price.